Welcome to the Engineering Emotions and Energy Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Wenk, and got a very special show because I got a little special announcement that'll be coming up at the end. And I wanna start with a little song from Dave Chappelle's show, doing a R. Kelly parody. It starts with a little bit of haters gotta hate, lovers gonna love. I don't even want none of the above. I wanna piss on you. Yes, I do. Pee pee poo, I piss on you. Now, I just find that song hilarious because I just remember the. So go look that up, Dave Chappelle, R. Kelly, Piss on You video. This is why I make this an explicit podcast so that I can do nonsense like that. That song is in commemoration of I got my first hater, someone reached out and just had to instruct me on how I could be doing something different, and I would like to share what it is they shared with me. You know, I hadn't talked to this person in well over a decade, maybe even more. Went to college with him, and at first I was kind of like, I can't believe this person would say. And then I thought back, this guy was a troll before there were internet trolls, because he would troll people in real life, like just go to parties and call people by the wrong name and just poke at them. So it really was in character. Yet I also know he's a really nice, sweet guy. He creates some beautiful music and has a good heart. So let me share with you what he read, or what he wrote to me. So he said, this is, unsolicited. Just messaged me. So I realize that you just went through a divorce, and that's shitty. You are going through a pretty cool journey right now, finding the best in you and others. It almost looks like a, hey, fuck you, my life is so much better now. Could be way off there, but it would make sense, coping mechanism. My only outside observation is that if you truly find yourself in a happy place, don't worry about sharing the selfies and life experiences. Just live them. They look kind of forced. So, this is where you really find out, how well you're doing on your able to be calm and collected. Because my initial reaction was like, "Fuck this guy! Who the hell does he think he is, telling me that I'm sharing stuff and it looks forced? Like, he can go eat some ass or something like that." And then I was like, "Well, wait a minute. What's really going on here?" And it's like I don't know his life now, but it's like I recall, maybe last time I knew things of him, that he had gone through some challenges in his life, with relationships and maybe work and who knows what, and that seeing how I'm dealing with my challenges of divorce and depression and things like that. Sometimes that causes some friction when someone's doing things that maybe we would like to do or wish we could do, but we have no idea where to even begin. And it's often easier for us to, instead of going like, hey, how can I do that? How do you do that? To kind of, knock somebody down. And, it's like, well, instead of, going up to a higher level, let me just bring this person back down to my level. So then I feel comfortable, And again, none of this is conscious or intentional. Very few people, consciously let me bring this person down a peg. There are some people, but I like to believe that it's very, very few, and most people are just unintentional, unaware of, the reason for their behaviors. And so after taking that perspective, I was able to go like, hey, thanks so much for your support. I always learn so much from feedback. I hope you're doing well yourself. Take care, buddy. And then he responded. He was asking like, "Oh, how did you go from working for tech to teaching?" I was like, "Oh man, he's there's a bit of him really wanting to kind of grow, and like in some ways maybe he's like kind of jealous. Wishes he could maybe do something different with his life too." And then I responded, and that was kind of the conversation because, again, a lot of people, they're happy being unhappy, and I am totally okay with that. And this really reminds me of a saying from my mentor Jim Fortin, who's TCP, his transformational coaching program, is going to be getting going again here in early September. So I'll be doing a third round of that because it's just been super helpful transforming my life, and so I'd totally recommend it. Just look up Jim Fortin. I'm an affiliate, but I don't even care. I'm not even gonna give you my link or any of that shit. If you want to sign up through me, like message me, podcast@justinwink.com or whatever. But just go find him. If he's for you, he's for you. But one of his sayings is, "I'm not who you think I am. You're who you think I am." And it took me, it's like one of those things like, what is that? I'm not who you think I am. I'm not who you think I am. You're who you think I am. And really what that means is that when someone is judging us, that really isn't a reflection on us. That's really a reflection on them. Their judgment shows you who they are. They are the judgment. You are not the judgment. The person doing the judging is the judgment. And that's really what I saw going on here is like, I'm not forcing anything. But he has a judgment that I'm forcing things. So I'm not going to be changing, how I post, what I post, anywhere, or whatever, because there's a purpose to my posting. Sometimes I just post fun stuff, but usually I try to have a little something to kind of like, encourage people to have a different perspective, wake up, go live their life, because I'm doing what I want to do. And you might not want to do what I want to do, but hopefully by me showing you that, through all the challenges, through all the heartache, that I can do what I want to do, that you can see that you can do what you want to do. And if there's any way that I can help, I'm totally 100% here to support you. That's what this show has always been about, is, helping you to be, more relaxed, stress-free, have more energy, and live a life of passion. That's why I do this, why I've been doing this, every week since January. Which brings me to the little show announcement is, because I really did, reflect like, is there anything forced? And, with regards to, my pictures and posts, it's not to show that, hey, screw you, I'm having the time of my life, haha. And try to, it's like, no, I still, it's like there have been times during travel that I am immensely happy, and then I have my moments where I'm immensely sad, and it is, very tough, because it's still like, oh, I miss these things. People ask like, oh, where are you going when you get back home? It's like, I don't know, I got to figure it out. I don't really have a home right now, and there's a little sadness, but then it's also like kind of exciting and possibility, and you find people go like, well, hey, I got a place here if you ever want to, visit in this town or whatever. Hey, in November, we might be in, this tropical place. So that's not forced. But I did realize that doing this show once a week has started to become forced. So originally, in January of this year, I committed to doing weekly episodes because I wanted to be committed to something, and I wanted to build this audience. And I wanted to get a message out. And lately, I feel like I'm doing it, but I don't know if I quite have the purpose of what that message is, because in the past few months, I've gone through an immense amount of change, immense amount of growth, and I still see that there's more growth to come. And since I'm not crisp and clear on exactly what that one thread is, that I kind of want to connect to each and every week, it's felt a little forced. And so going forward, I'm not going to be doing weekly episodes. I'm going to move to sort of the recent South Park model. I'm a big fan of Trey Parker, Matt Stone, the South Park. Like Orgasmo is one of my favorite movies. Basketball, also huge fan. And I think they haven't actually done like a regular season in like 1 or 2 years. They've done like a couple pandemic specials. So they used to do like a regular, weekly episode when it was the season, and then they'd have a break, and then they do that. But they've just been doing these like pandemic specials. And I kind of like that model. So when I feel like there's something that like, oh, I got a message to get out, I'm going to get on the mic and I'm gonna, hit record, and I'm gonna do an episode. So from now on, I don't know when they're gonna release, how often. I mean, I could release another episode tomorrow if I feel compelled, or it might be a month or 2 months, whatever. So no more weekly episodes, but when I have something of significance, I'm going to record something, get it out to you. So I'm going to encourage you to subscribe and make sure you're following me on, social media, and subscribe to my mailing list at justinwink.com so that you don't miss when I do an episode, because it will be something, I want to do stuff more in line with, the depression, divorce, dissolution episode, which is the most downloaded episode of all time, because that was, boom, significance, message to share, heart open, and that's the kind of stuff I want to bring you guys. So, thank you to my new hater friend turned hater, for that message, which gave me a little something to contemplate, and then also let me kind of check in. Well, how do I handle criticism? And it was interesting to ride the ride of the emotion. So just because you feel the emotion doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with that. It's what do you do when you feel the emotion? Do you react out of anger? Like I there was all these things I wanted to say. I wanted to, reflect back that sort of like hurt. I didn't, though. That's growth. That's progress. That's what we're looking for. So, love this guy. Wish him well. So glad he felt comfortable to express himself. And a little learning thing for me. And we're moving off the show to, as needed. So, I've just finished an amazing expedition through Costa Rica of sacred sites with an amazing group of people. So if you're following me on Facebook, I'll probably get some of those photos shared of where I've gone, what I've done, whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna share too much, because there's nothing compelling, coherent about that, but it was just an amazing, beautiful experience to be in this lush tropical area of Costa Rica, and just where the earth's power is just like magnified, like the greenest greens, the like rains that are almost like waterfalls that are like, torrential torrents of forceful power, and seeing the results of volcanic activity, and being at the lungs of the earth and mangrove forests, and then the animal diversity and things like that. So, like, supposedly Costa Rica has over 4% of the Earth's biodiversity, and like 0.001% of the land area, something like that. Sure, I'm wrong. I guarantee you I'm wrong. But it's a lot of biodiversity in a very small area. So it's just been incredible. So that's it for today's episode. So again, subscribe, rate me 5 stars, follow on social media, Justin Wink, Ph.D, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can also find me on LinkedIn, and justinwink.com to subscribe to the newsletter. And take care, and good day.